Hello students, I am back with my another video, and this time we are having a chapter number 10 of our first flight 10th class NCERT book, and the name of the chapter is The Sermon at Banaras. So The Sermon at Banaras covers the journey of Gautam Buddha from princely life to becoming a saint. In the wake of seeing the sufferings of the world, he chose to surrender every single common delight and sought enlightenment. He wandered for 7 years and got enlightenment. Finally, he achieved enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. His first sermon was delivered at Banaras, close to the bank of the Gangas. Let's see about the introduction of this chapter. The sermon at Banaras throws light upon the early life of Lord Buddha, who was originally born as a prince in the royal family. On being exposed to the sufferings of the world, which he was earlier shielded from, and he left his princehood and went in search of salvation, thus leaving all the worldly pleasures behind. Upon attaining spirituality, awaking, he gave his first sermon in the city of Banaras, hereby making a lady named Kisa Gautami realize that men are mortal and a wise person should not grieve at what is bound to happen, for it only enhances pain and suffering. Gautam Buddha was born in a North Indian royal family. He was born as a prince. Moreover, his childhood name was Siddharth Gautama. He was sent to a far away place to study Hindu scared scriptures at the age of 12. Then, upon returning after 4 years, he got married to a princess. Soon, they both were blessed with a son. Then they continued to live the royal life for about 10 years. The royals were shielded from the unpleasant experiences of the world. However, one day on his way to hunt, the prince met a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and a monk who was begging for. Such experiences acted as an eye opener for him. Hence, he left all the royalty behind to seek a higher sense of spiritual knowledge. Then, when he attained salvation, he began preachings. His first sermon given in the city of Banaras, there was a lady whose name was Kisa Gotami, whose son has died. She was suffering from unending pain. Thus, she went from house to house looking for medicine to make her son alive. People thought that the lady has lost her senses. However, one day she met a man who directed her towards Lord Buddha. He felt that Buddha could possibly have a solution for her problem. Then Buddha asked her to look for mustard seeds, and the seeds must be procured from a house where there had been no death. Filled with hope, Kisa Gotami once again went on search a home from house to house, but she could not find mustard seeds from a house according to Buddha's condition. Thus, she was disheartened and sat at the edge of the road, where she realized how selfish she had been. She realized the fact that men are mortal. Also, no one could escape the cycle of life. So, this was the only fact that Buddha wanted her to understand. According to Lord Buddha, feelings of grief and sorrow increases man's pain and sufferings. It serves no other purpose. Moreover, it deteriorates the health. Thus, a wise person who is fully aware of nature's functioning must not grieve at something bound to happen. So, this is the only way in which he can be happy and blessed. So, this is the story of this chapter. So, let's revise. So, the first question is, when her son dies, Kisa Gotami goes from house to house. What does she ask for and does she get it? Why not? Kisa Gotami goes from house to house to get some medicine which could put back life in her dead son. But once a person is dead, he cannot be revived. Hence, people only pity at her agony because they know that no medicine can bring life back in her child. So, students, question number 2. Kisa Gotami again goes from house to house after she speaks with Buddha. What does she ask for? Does she get it? Why not? After she speaks with the Buddha, Kisa Gotami again goes from house to house the second time. As per the directions of the Buddha, she now asks the people for a handful of mustard seeds provided they have not lost anyone in their families. So she does not get it because she finds no house in which there has never been a death. Question number 3. What does Kisa Gotami understand the second time that she failed to understand the first time? Was this what Buddha wanted her to understand? So now Kisa Gotami understands that death is inevitable. It is common to all and no one can escape it. She realizes the fact that the fate of man is like the lights which flickers up and extinguish again. The Buddha also wanted her to understand the same fact. Question number 4. Why do you think Kisa Gotami understood this only the second time? Or in what way Buddha changed her understanding? So Kisa Gotami understands this the second time only because she does not find any family where no one has died. And she realizes the fact that all the people have to fall a prey to death. So the Buddha changes her understanding simply by applying practical way of teaching an important lesson. He makes her fetch a handful of mustard seeds from a house where no one has died. So she goes from house to house, but she does not find a single house where no one has lost his child, husband, parent, or a friend. So in this way, she comes to know that death is common to all. Question number 5. How do you usually understand the idea of selfishness? Do you agree with Kisa Gotami that she was being selfish in her grief? So, being concerned with your own desire and beliefs is called selfishness according to me. So, Kisa Gotami was only thinking about her personal sorrow and the life after her personal tragedy. So, she was not thinking about the grief of the all other people also because they are also facing the same problems. So, it can be said that she was being selfish in her grief. So, this is the chapter. I hope student that you have got the idea about this. Best of luck to all of you.